everyone, Creepercraft Guy here, and I am super excited because today, I'm not going to say it's the last episode of Fakemon, but it's the last episode where we're going to be going over all of the Pokemon. Now, a bit of a future warning, this might be the last video that you see on my channel for a while, and don't worry, I will still be uploading videos, but it's gonna be like maybe a bit of time before I actually upload a new one. And that's because, the reason I didn't really upload anything this whole week is because I've been in Belgium at Center Parks. And, I was there having fun with my family because we were all off this week. And the reason it will be a while before you see another upload is because next week I have my Year 10 mock exams. So I need to get revising with that. I have done a bit over the holiday, but I seriously need to get to rereading my textbooks and doing a bunch of things. So basically, next week and maybe the week after, I won't be uploading any... Sorry, I didn't mean to stand up there. I won't be uploading any videos because I'll be busy there. But I think for now, let's get started on this new Pokemon. Now, as I said, obviously this is the last episode, so we're going to be going over all of the legendary Pokemon, including the legendary trios and the mythical Pokemon. So, for the first legendary trio, I was kind of inspired off of Pokemon like the legendary beasts and the legendary birds. Particularly the legendary birds, though, because what happened was, the legendary birds, in case you don't know, their names are deprived of something that relates to their type, and then a number in Spanish. My ones are the same, but they're dragons, not birds. And instead of Spanish numbers, they are French numbers. So the first one we have here, the one that's been up on the screen for a while, is Psychun, which is psychic, and which is French for one. And it's the universal dragon, and it's a psychic and dragon type. It can see into other universes with this third eye that's on its head. And as you can see, it has one horn. But next we have Shadeux, which is shadow, and deux, which is French for two. And as you can see, another thing I want to point out is the fact that all of they have a different number of horns and a different looking tail. So Psychuns looks a bit like, I'm going to say it looks a bit like a scorpion. I didn't intend it to look like that, but that's just how it turned out. And Shadow's is like a devil tail. Also, his head has constantly got a shadow over it. You can only see one glowing red eye. And it hides away from humans, and it's incredibly hard to find. And if you lay eyes on it, then you will continue to have bad thoughts and nightmares. And the only way you can stop that is if Shadow stops it, because Shadow doesn't intentionally cause those bad thoughts, but he's the one who actually puts a stop to them. And the third and final of the legendary dragon trio is Fightrois, which is fight, and toi, which is spelt T-R-O-I-S, and is French for three. And again, he has three horns, and his the best way I can describe his tail is like a really round mace. I don't know why, but because of a book I read as a kid, I always like to call them bommy knockers. So it's a bommy knocker is what it is, right? And this is the only one of the three that you actually see from the side. But that's what they all look like from the side. And apparently, a big legend about Fightrois is that it actually took part in the Great War of Kalos that is mentioned in the Kalos games, but it's the only Pokemon that survived the ultimate weapon. It's a well-experienced fighter as well, and in case you couldn't tell, it's a fighting and dragon type. Let's see what's up next. I'm actually going to skip a page here, because I kind of put these in the wrong order, but now we actually get to the main legendary duo. Now, I'm going to come out and say this. I think that these two drawings, not this one's alright, but this one here, I think they both look quite crap. I mean, they're obviously going to be a lot, if I ever redraw them in like a really more dramatic style, I'm going to. But These Pokemon are called Addearth and Planix. And in case you didn't know about the Pokemon universe, all legendary duos present opposing themes. Lugia and Ho-Oh are the sea and the sky. Dialga and Palkia are time and space. Reshiram and Zekrom are truth and ideal. Xerneas and Yveltal are life and death. Solgaleo and Lunala are the sun and the moon. These two in particular, and it was, I will come out and say, my friends Jabberwock the Lemur and Porcelain Man, who actually helped me come up with this, these two represent love and death.
Hate.
Addearth, is based on an Oreboros, which is a snake that apparently bites its tail and holds the world up. And sorry, the footage kind of got cut there. Let me say that again. And it's very spiteful towards humans, because it views them as ungrateful, because it does a lot of things for them, and it finds them to be very ungrateful towards it. Planix is the opposite. It flies around spreading love and happiness. And as you can see, both of them actually carry balls of different colours, and these are basically respectively made from solid hate and solid love, and it's where they get their powers. Now, the third Pokemon that fits into this trio is Surberry, a dark ground guardian dog Pokemon, which is kind of like Rayquaza. In a sense, it basically, not only does it actually stop these two from fighting, it also helps them out whenever they're in trouble. And it's a guardian of the underworld, and you can read its Pokedex in the description. And the very last Pokemon we have in this Pokedex is Novaway, our mythical Pokemon, like Mew, Celebi, Meloetta, Victini, and all that. And it is responsible for creating the stars, is what it is believed. And the reason it's believed that is because those who have encountered it, the very few who have encountered it, have seen it move the stars to create constellations, and it can make comics as well. But before we actually conclude this series, I'm going to go back and read over absolutely every Pokemon in this Fakedex. I'm not going to be discussing them thoroughly, I will just be saying their names and their species. So we have
Urnseed, Urnsprout, and Urnspine, the spine-rooted Pokemon. Embony, the fire-rabbit Pokemon. Emberoo, the fire-kangaroo Pokemon. Emberacia, the melted metal Pokemon. Capibath, Capibad, the capybara Pokemon. And Capibattle, the capybara boxing Pokemon. Pin Spider, the needle spider Pokemon. Arachneal, the needle spider Pokemon. Arachnid, the flying spider Pokemon. Moskos, the ice mosquito Pokemon. Moskies, the ice mosquito Pokemon. Mosketi, the ice mosquito Pokemon. Falgal, the bald eagle Pokemon. Equat, the eagle jet Pokemon. Jigo, the eagle plane Pokemon. Sparrow, the bird fighter Pokemon. Bullfighter, the arena Pokemon. Lemel, the lemur Pokemon. Needlemare, the poison sting Pokemon. Nisu, the two-headed snake Pokemon. And Kencobra, the snake leader Pokemon. Mirzak, the meerkat Pokemon. Mirzuz, the burrowing Pokemon. Mudball, the pig Pokemon. Gertog, the horned pig Pokemon. Peacon, Prinko, the peacock Pokemon. Kinko, the king peacock Pokemon. Peacon and Prinkeko, the peacock Pokemon. Quinko, the queen peacock Pokemon. Scary, the prankster Pokemon. Unfairy, the insane Pokemon. Thunderstomp, the champion Pokemon. Burniard, the forest fire Pokemon. Shilbwabon, the chihuahua Pokemon. Firehina, the hyena Pokemon. Bowtrider, the air snake Pokemon. Bassizer, the dragon flying air basilisk Pokemon, giving 6 type. Shar, the cutting Pokemon. Slisher, the sword blade Pokemon. Cutty Shark, the razor shark Pokemon. Dragonfly and Caterpillar, the dog insect Pokemon. Mosscat and Datapillar, the cat insect Pokemon. Tilcave, the dirt fox Pokemon. Renardig, the cave fox Pokemon. Shoro, the shovel tail Pokemon. Ghoulcops, the ghost Pokemon. Ghoulboosh, the spectre Pokemon. Dolphale and Dolphinity, the dolphin Pokemon. Bootshaw, the mist punch Pokemon. Ghoulpair, the cloud punch Pokemon. Blitzburn, the blitz Pokemon. Bandonna, the thunder flame Pokemon. Platypuddle, Platypuri, the platypus Pokemon. Platydent, the bucktooth platypus Pokemon. BBD, Bobbity, and Kaboo, the ESP Pokemon. Armstout, Armstrong, and Armstrong, the arm Pokemon. Ventra, the flytrap Pokemon. Venuno, the gas plant Pokemon. Asino, the acid plant Pokemon. Buryu, the hard Pokemon. Avion, the aerial Pokemon. Spookion, the poltergeist Pokemon. Ulvion, the power Pokemon. UFO and Asifo, the future Pokemon. Hoshstar, the comet Pokemon. Bustro, the space bug Pokemon. Inktopuss and the octopus squid Pokemon. Incredulous, the squid Pokemon. Sluggoblin, the goblin Pokemon. Badgerang, the honey badger Pokemon. Echoes, the scimitar Pokemon. Cold, the shield Pokemon. Crocodile, the fossil crop Pokemon. Stegtite, and Stegmite, the Stegosaurus Pokemon. Rudon, the Trudon Pokemon. Ferocious, the polar Pokemon. Battlefront, the elephant baby Pokemon. In order it's just elephant baby and Elefire, it's just the elephant Pokemon. Squirrelone, the thunderstorm Pokemon. Frimp, the imp Pokemon. Ordevil, the devil Pokemon. Redemon, the demon Pokemon. Psychun, the universal Pokemon. Shadeux, the void Pokemon. Fightrois, the warrior Pokemon. Addearth, the Oreboros Pokemon. Planix, the phoenix Pokemon. Surberry, the guardian dog Pokemon. And Novaway, the star Pokemon. And that is the end of my Fakedex, but not quite. because we have another book which is going to be detailing all the different characters. And if possible, I might actually upload that video today, so look out for that. And until next time, I will see you all later.